Ashley. I'm here from Troy, Michigan. I'm here because I had a boyfriend who came from a very prominent Muslim family. When he found out I was pregnant, he gave me the choice between him or my baby. When that didn't work, he gave me the choice between him dying as a martyr for his religion or my baby. When that didn't work, he basically took matters into his own hands. He is the one who called and scheduled our baby's death. Should a man be allowed to call and schedule an abortion appointment for a woman? I think that should raise a red flag to the staff. But I've learned from my experience and my activism since my abortion that they care only about the money they are making. They don't care about the woman. The abortionist allowed my baby's father to stay in the room while they tore my first child from my womb. As I pleaded for them to stop, which is when I felt the speculum being inserted, I was telling them to stop. I was trying to get up, and the abortionist told my baby's father, who was sitting in a chair to my left, to keep my arms in place. He told his medical assistant, who was standing at the head of my bed, petting my head as if it would help, because she recognized I was so emotionally distraught. She even made the comment, "I feel so bad for you, sweetie. I don't want you to do this." And then she held my head in place because I was lifting it up, trying to communicate better to the abortionist, who I know heard me tell him to stop. When I felt the pain of him scraping my baby in shreds from my body, I was pleading even more with him to stop and telling them how bad they were hurting me. What I want people to recognize is that these abortion mills claim they are there to assist in empowering women in our society and give them a choice. They did not give me a choice. My baby was aborted 6 days prior to my 23rd birthday. Before my baby's death, I was a pre-med student majoring in nutrition. I ranked in the top 20% of my class at my university. I had my life all together. After my baby's death, I lost my sanity. I would drive to the abortion mill on a daily basis, sometimes more than 2 times a day, and look into the dumpsters, wondering if my baby was there. I'd sleep there or drive around aimlessly, having hallucinations of my baby who I'd never be able to hold. On multiple occasions, I tried to commit suicide. I was self-destructive on a number of levels. As far as my education, I failed every single class this semester after the abortion. My boss at my job was pregnant. Every time I went to work, I'd be so mad that she was carrying her baby and was so excited about it. I would vomit to the point I wasn't able to drive myself home. My coworkers would call and have someone come get me. I had to quit my job. My story might sound appalling to you, and maybe it's different from the other stories you've heard and that you're going to hear today. But even though the stories are different, one thing is certain. The pain of each of them is the same. I'm now 24. It's been slightly over a year since my baby's death. And although counseling and Rachel's Vineyard have really helped me, I'll never forget the tragedy of how I lost my first child. The way my first child died is always going to impact my sense of womanhood and motherhood. And I'm only standing here today because of the grace of God and in honor of the baby I'll never forget for a second of my life. There is healing in God, and although He forgets my sin of premarital sex, and I'm now living in a pure life, a mother will never forget her child, especially her first. The abortion facility did nothing to empower me as a woman. In fact, what they did destroyed my sense of motherhood as well as womanhood on many levels, and the healing process, I'm sure, is going to be lifelong. Abortion does not only take the life of an innocent child, it leaves mothers with a lost sense of motherhood, a lost sense of womanhood, and a lost sense of self-identity, and that's why I'm here to be silent no more.
My name is Maggie Sweet, and I come from Quakertown, Pennsylvania. 26 years ago, I made the biggest mistake in my life.
Good.
I had an abortion. I